All right, go for it.
Good morning, everyone. It's Vita Gorilla Condoms coming to you live on another edition of Rogue Money Mornings with me and my main man, El Cuco himself, aka CJ. And we're bringing you the news, the views, and all the information important to you. Check us out, roguemoney.net. Follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money on Facebook, DTube, Steam at every single podcasting app, Don't to Humanity. We are there. Also, check out our sponsors, remaincom.net. Whether you need to get your credit score fixed or you need to get your get out of trouble bill collectors, debt collectors, whatever the issues you have, bankruptcies, foreclosures, whatever the hell it is you're going through, before you decide to jump off a rooftop and end your life or put a plastic bag on your head and decide to go play on the freeway traffic, call remaincom.net. Put the shotgun down. Do not put the shotgun in your mouth before you think about pulling the trigger. I shouldn't be joking like that. It's pretty. See, why do people? And you know what amazes me? It's like once you learn the truth about the money game, you'd never get stressed out about debt ever again. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah, man. It's like people are financially ruined. My credit score is a 480. I'm gonna go blow my brains out. Then I'm gonna kill my family. Then I'm gonna kill myself. I mean, how many people do that crap? It is not only a sign of stupidity and selfishness and egotism, but it's just so dumb, man. It's like, you know, you want to. I've said so many times, folks, the way the game is played. It's a game. Credit is a game. Debt is a game. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Anyway, check it out. Remaincom.net, or your credit score is fine. You got no debt issues. You just need funding for whatever investments. You want to start a business. You want to, do something epic. You want to buy investments. Whatever the hell it is you want to do, check them out. Remaincom.net. They can get you $600,000 unsecured from the network of 335 lenders and 600, as we say in New York, $600,000. And also check out the cryptoschool.io. Guys, we did a Dave from X22 Report, X22 Spotlight had me, the Cowboy, Z, and Frank on. We killed it. It was all about cryptos and whatnot, so we killed it. Of course, the retards, there's always going to be some retards going to make some smart-ass comments that don't get it, but, they're broke, and that's why they stay broke, because they're dumb. But the interview was fantastic. Everybody's in the trading room right now are killing it. I'm proud of these guys, man. I'm totally proud of these guys. I mean, we just had I just got to share this with you guys. Let me just share this with you online. Listen to this. Listen, this is from another guy. This is from 12:09 a.m. in our trade room. Some guy that goes by the name of Mulder. I guess Fox Mulder. Is one of the clients in the trade room. He goes, by the way, estimated I have made over $2,500 today with the WAN trade. Think about that. Siege, did you hear that, bro? This is from an actual. I'm going to post this up on our the cryptoschool.io page. By the way, estimated I've made $2,500 today with WAN. Still have another $7,000 in my wallet. Excellent. Best part, my friend watched me do the whole entire thing. Enough said. Very happy. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, stellar reviews. Another one. This is from some gentleman named Spencer. Again, a client of ours. 3 out of the top 5 Binance coin calls are from Cowboy and Z. Great job, lads. Cool stuff. Thanks. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Killing it in the trade room. Killing it in the trade room. So if you want to take advantage of the free printing press you've been given, learn how the ins and outs. And we've had people who've come in there. They don't know much about trading. They haphazardly got in there. They made some mistakes. They're like, oh, what do we do? And then Z and Cowboy would go in and help them out. And now the lady, who goes by the name of White Dove, and we can post this up on our website as well, she's like, oh my God, I've reversed everything. I've made mad gains. I made 25% gains, 11% gains, 30% gains. All kinds of gains, folks. All kinds. As the Hodge twins would say. See, did you ever see the Hodge twins?
Yeah,
Those guys are hilarious, man. Oh my God, those guys are hilarious. All kinds of games, all kinds. Anyway, check it out, the cryptoschool.io. And with that being said, Siege, what's crack-lacking, bro? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great, and
how was that UFC fight, man?
UFC fight was decent. You know, I watched it primarily because of my son. He's like a fanatic about it, but yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely setting up the next fight, and potentially, I'm hearing rumors of a September Conor Khabib fight. So we'll have to wait.
I'm hearing that too in Russia.
Yeah, that's massive.
Gonna be savage, bro.
Yeah, and those are great testimonials in regards to the crypto school and the rate of return. I mean, listen, folks. I mean, the most important thing right now is you see everything, the events that are happening is not to wait, is not to become complacent, and to actively getting involved in figuring out ways. Because when it comes time, the bankers, the corrupt banking cartel, do you think for one moment they're gonna care about the dollar and care about protecting your family? And absolutely not. So that's up to you. That's up to you to figure that out. So take initiative, get involved, figure out ways to prosper during this time as we continue to monitor these events unfold. V.
Yep, absolutely. Like my dad always told me, don't be an asshole your entire life.
Oh, that's something to say.
Wise words, bro. Wise words. You know, the reason why I bring that up is like people would rather commentate and be a keyboard jockey their entire life, get all this information, all this news, and they do nothing with it. All they become is like just the annoying member in the family. They don't do nothing with the information. They don't do nothing with the solutions. They sit idle. Okay, they sit idle. They don't tackle life with tenacity, with a vigor. If you don't tackle life violently, life tackles you violently. Whether it's your finances, but I got a job, I got to work 9 to 5. Okay, I'm not telling you to sign up into our crypto. Sign up to something. Learn to trade something. Learn to, I don't know, maybe have a side business. Learn to have an additional income source stream somewhere. The internet has made it the internet has made it possible.
Yeah, there's a great motivation speech out there, and actually Dana White tweeted it out, and it was part of a Joe Rogan podcast where he specifically talks around surrounding yourself with people who want to succeed. People, I mean, it's easy to find those people who are continuously the naysayers, that can't be done, you can't do that, and in this little podcast, it's like a 2 or 3 minute blurb. You got to ditch those people. You've got, and B and I don't do this to be pompous, to be arrogant. That comes with the mindset for success. And you have to get rid of the people like that are naysayers that you're actively involved with. Potentially, they're like a cancer. They can drag you down, continuously talking about how bad things are, that things are never going to get better. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't get outside of the traditional 40-hour week job because the system won't allow you to do that. Those are the people that are going to continuously hold you back from the individual success that you potentially may want for yourself. So don't wait for that moment. It's never going to happen. It's just a matter of waking up each day, going after it, staying strong, being positive, surrounding yourself with people who can help influence to get you to where you want to be, whether it's financial, health, just overall well-being. V.
Yep, absolutely, man. And the whole entire thing is this, folks. You gotta, whoever, whether it's family, whether it's friends, people that are negative, those are people that you just either got to get rid of out of your life, or you keep them away with a 10-foot pole. You don't tell them what you're doing in your life. You don't tell them what kind of businesses you're working on, what kind of plans you're doing, don't share with these people anything. Keep them in the dark. They don't need to know. You got haters everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got haters everywhere. I think it was a comedian that said Jesus was, even Jesus had haters. He had 12 apostles, and then Judas. Judas was a hater, and Jesus was perfect.
Yeah.
So you got haters everywhere, man. And I mean, crap. I got family members who have no idea what I do, and they think I'm a drug dealer or something like that. Look, people are petty. Okay, and this is why you don't tell people what you do. You want to be successful, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut and go out and do it. Don't tell anybody what's in your heart. And speak success into yourself, into your mind, into your thoughts, into your thinking. Believe it, grasp it, taste it, feel it. Whatever it is that's your passion. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, and then go out and do it. Don't tell nobody. Keep it to yourself. And that's what I've learned. You blurt out your plans to people and what you want to do and this, that, and the other. Then you know what? No. It never works out. Keep it to yourself. Let that germinate. Let that seed germinate within your being up until the time you're ready to manifest it. Then it will happen for you. It's just that simple. Anyway, Siege, let's get into it, brother. We got London Paul coming up.
London Paul's coming up, and lots of news over the weekend. We're finding out, V, that no coincidence at all that there was another chemical gas attack in Syria,
God.
V.
Oh my God!
And of course, the MSM is filling in the gaps of all their disinformation regarding what truly happened in Syria. And then last night we had what's being reported that Israel, with 2 F-15s, did launch several missiles. Looks like a few did strike, but overall several were shot down as well. V.
Interesting. This from James' article on Rogue Money. Syrak, Sitrep 45, Tayas Air Base struck. From Syrian Army social account, the attempt seems to be over for the time being. The majority of missiles fired were down by the Syrian Arab Air Force. Now we have a number of at least 8 enemy missiles were down by the Syrian Arab Air Force. The Syrian Air Force. I'll just call it Syrian Air Force from now on. Over several areas where the rest were destroyed just before reaching their target, which was the T4 Air Force Base. Few missiles reached the outskirts of the airbase, and according to our intel, which is inside the airbase itself, they did not cause any significant damage nor losses, but we cannot verify until the morning. Syrian Air Force, Russian Air Force warplanes are airborne, conducting air defense sorties. Yeah, nobody's flying now, buddy. Nobody's flying. The Russian Air Force is up. Nobody's flying. Also, Syrian coastal defenses as well as Syrian defenses are on full alert. The attack was completely foiled up until this post was written. We and more inside and exclusive information will be shared when appropriate, as we always do. But let us tell you this. There's not a single aerial inside or outside of the Syrian airspace that was not detected and painted by the Syrian Arab Air Force defenses. However, we will have full report up when appropriate. I mean, and again, is this coincidence? Is this coincidence that every time the U.S. threatens to pull out of Syria, Assad conveniently uses it to chemical weapons to keep them in?
Yeah, when he has absolutely nothing to gain, when he has over probably 90% control back of his country.
98%, 98 to 99%.
Why would it make any sense to do this now?
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid. Late Saturday night, mainstream media idiots began spreading garbage disinfo propaganda news from the white helmet morons of a new alleged chemical weapons attack in Douma, Syria. And it was reported that the tragic attack has claimed the lives of 70 innocent civilians, and immediately after the unconfirmed reports. First of all, there's no confirmed reports of anybody dying, period. Let me be very clear. These are folks, how many times have you seen crisis actors? How many times you see a whole bunch of Syrian children, quote unquote, quote unquote, Syrian children? I don't even think it's Syrian children. I don't even think these pictures that are coming out are even happening in Syria. It could be happening on a movie set in Saudi Arabia for all we know. It could be happening in a movie theater studio in Tel Aviv for all we know, or Bahrain, or whatever, right? And all of a sudden the photo shoot is over, and the crisis actors that have supposedly bloody and mutilated, lying in rubble, they get up, they dust themselves off, they all start laughing, they have a some coffee, some shawarma. They have a little hummus, a little bit of tea, have some goat, and they're back at it again, ready for the next BS. And then this pre-packaged BS is sent over to you. The last time they had nerve agents, nerve agents in Syria, and the white helmets who have superpowers, who are the equivalent of the Avengers, sweep in. And they, the white helmets with no gloves, in a quote-unquote chemical weapons attack, somebody told the superhero white helmets that, hey, guys, you might want to wear gloves. And here they are washing people with no gloves and no issues, but it's a chemical weapons attack. 70 people suffocated to death, and hundreds are still suffocating. Rayed al-Salah, head of the white helmets. Rahed al-Salah. He says 70 people are suffocated to death and hundreds are still suffocating. Oh, God. Says Rayed al-Salah, head of the white helmets, head of the George Soros white helmet morons. This was the second tweet, as the first one, now deleted, claimed 150 people were killed, CJ. Was apparently too big of an exaggeration to believe, so they got to
they had to raise it.
Yeah. Got to lower it. Indeed, less than a month ago, the Russian military predicted this exact scenario. As CNBS reported last month, the threat by Chief Russia's General Staff Valery Gerasimov was widely reported by Russian media sites such as state news agency RIA and TASS, and it said that Gerasimov said that Russia had, quote-unquote, reliable information about militants preparing to falsify a government chemical attack against civilians. CJ, you can basically set your watch by it. Okay, as soon as any sort of announcement comes up, we're pulling out of Syria, all of a sudden, magical, the Disney Studios shows up in Syria with their light and magic and their smoke, and all this stuff starts happening, and then all of a sudden a big theater production worthy of Broadway shows up in the middle of Duma, Syria, and we have a chemical attack. Somebody sets up a smoke machine in the corner, splatters some chicken blood all over the place, and now there's a chemical attack, and 150 people were killed. Oh, wait, no. That was too many. Let's dial that back, maybe 70. This, come on. The U.S. State Department said Russia is, with its unwavering support for Syria's government, ultimately bears responsibility for the alleged attacks. Zero investigation, which is exactly how the U.S. So that's exactly how we like to do things in this country. Zero investigation. 9/11, the omission report. You all read it? Zero investigation. Anything. Zero investigation. We don't want to. We like allegations. This is the new normal now. We like allegations. However, it was entirely predictable, as these alleged gas attacks are all follow a similar scheme. If you don't remember, below the timeline showing a conveniently timed gas attack for the military-industrial complex. You guys remember back in 2013, where the idiot militants, come on, you all got to remember this. You all do. You've been listening to this channel, you've been following the ape for a while. You are a follower. You are a fan of Rogue Money, the gorilla himself. You would know that in 2013, I reported upon the militants, the video of these idiots recording themselves, releasing a chemical weapon, right? Releasing themselves a chemical weapon. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world, okay? On March 30, 2017, Reuters reported that Syria was no longer a U.S. priority and the government is no longer focused on, quote-unquote, getting Assad out. Reuters reported that March 30th. You all remember that? Last year, okay? Last year. Conveniently, 5 days later, after trying to de-escalate the situation, an alleged gas attack takes place, to which Trump responds by shooting 59 missiles into the desert. 3 days after the missile attack, this dumb bitch, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, issued a statement that regime change in Syria is inevitable. as the TFTP reported at that time, a leading weapon, the Free Throw Project, the leading weapons academic and one of the most foremost experts in the field, came forward in a series of reports noting that his opposition to the official story in regard to the Khan Sanauka nerve agent attack in Syria, according to the expert, the Syrian gas attack was staged. Of course it was staged. You got these idiots, the white jackasses, or the white morons, the white helmeted idiots, the white dunce caps. CJ, that's the new name. The white dunce caps. So like the white dunce caps, who are all low IQ idiots, okay? After they're sitting around the corner somewhere on just hanging around the Toyota Hilux food truck. They're all eating their shawarmas. They're all having some hummus. They're all drinking some tea. And all of a sudden, they get the signal. All right, guys, the attack is going on. The staged attack is happening. Let's go spring into action. Cameraman, get ready. Let's get the right footages and action. And all the guys who have their gloves off because they were eating the shawarma, then some hummus, maybe some baba ganoush on the side, maybe a couple of doner kebabs here and there, and sipping tea with their gloves off. They just threw it all on the ground, CJ. They threw the hummus, the shawarma, the tabbouleh, everything hit the ground. Everything hit the floor, and the white dunce caps has sprung into action, CJ. They sprung into action. And when they sprung into action, they showed up, they started washing people. And it wasn't after that they recorded, edited, and then tweeted out these images globally that Hamed al-Baboum said to his second man, his right hand in charge, named Walid, and said, "Walid, you idiot! What is it, Hamid? What is it? What did I do? Walid, they're wearing gloves. They're not wearing gloves. Where is the gloves? You forgot to put the gloves on, you idiot. This is a chemical attack." Oh, but the men, they were eating shawarma. They were in the lunch break. We did not have time to put on gloves. You gave us signal to go, and so we ran. We ran to put out to take care of the chemical attack. We went to wash them, and that's how we knew it was bull. It was complete BS. Okay, complete BS. It's the same thing that happens again, and because it's the same thing. Okay. Because it is the same thing, I'm going to tie it in with this story, CJ, of one of my favorite politicians currently, Nikki Haley, a.k.a. the Waffle House waitress, whose new name for me is the dumb bitch. And if that offends you, I apologize. There's a little bit of comedy in this show. So be lighthearted. Don't be offended. Listen to this irresponsible idiot. This is what she says. Okay? It's not enough the moron about a month ago said Russia can, and talk about the Skripal attack. And Skripal is awake. He's awake. He's talking. Okay? Right? Somehow it seems that Russians are immune to nerve agents or something like that. And now that he's talking, I'm not going to go into the Skripal case because I know London Paul is going to have a lot to talk about that. It's going to be hilarious. So stay tuned for that. But Haley. Here's Haley. The same idiot who said that Russia can start a chemical weapons attack in New York. This irresponsible twit. Nikki Haley has erupted in another fiery Russophobic rant, warning that Russia will never be America's friend. This is a moron who doesn't know Jack Diddley. Moscow can try to behave like, quote, a regular country, but the U.S. will slap them when needed to. I mean, who does this? I mean, who does this? She then raised the stakes further. Everybody likes to listen to the words. I'm going to tell you. Look at the actions, Haley urged. We expelled 60 Russian diplomats and spies. We've armed Ukraine so they can defend themselves. This bitch is nuts. According to the UN envoy, the U.S. is doing two things Russia would never want us to do. Namely, enlarging the military and expanding its energy policy. So this president has done more against Russia than any other president since Reagan, she asserted. You haven't seen the end of what this administration will do to Russia. You will continue to see that play out, she stressed. I mean, what is wrong with this dumb bitch? Like, I've tweeted, if you've been following me on Twitter, I've tweeted, I call out this dumb bitch every single time. Every single time.
Oh, yeah. She completely takes her marching orders from above and doesn't even think about what she's saying. She just regurgitates over and over. Absolutely.
Yes, this dumb bitch is this idiot. This dumb, dim-witted idiot gets her foreign policy lessons from who? Lindsay Tickle My Butt Graham, John the Maniacal Mustache Bolton, Mike the Pompous Pompeo, all of whom are active in the U.S. government and some even within the administration. That's what's forming her foreign policy. It is vitriolic rhetoric. Now, if Trump put her in there because she's just a talking idiot, and she's out there spewing all this BS, and the media's, eating it up, and the neocons are eating it up, and the neo-libs are eating it up. Meanwhile, Trump's on the phone with Putin, be like, "Hey, man, here's the deal," and it's just rhetoric. I get it, but at the end of the day, this is still an idiot. This is still a moron. How is this woman even holding position? But it's just beyond me. But Tillerson's fired. That's 5D chess. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I mean, this is the month of arrest, right, Siege? Am I right?
It's the month of arrest, and
all the seals have been unsealed, like it's a biblical event happening.
Yeah, the continued 3D, 4D chess is happening. So now we'll have Nikki Haley get in front of the UN today. There's an urgent UN meeting that's being called the Security Council, and this is your representative who will be there, Nikki Haley, that is representing America. And you want to talk about somebody who has no influence ability at all. It is Nikki Haley, and that's why on the world stage they're laughing at us right now, B.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, this dumb bitch. This dumb idiot of a woman. On April the 9th, the Lord opened the 23,000th seal. And in it, handcuffs came down from heaven and magically arrested the Clintons. I mean, this is, folks, this is the quote-unquote month of arrests, right? It's not me who said it. It was, QAnon, Q group, who said it's a month of arrests. Let's see what happens. What happens when this month goes by and there's no arrest, Siege? What's people going to do, bro?
Well, at that point, we get closer and closer to the midterms, and it's going to be out of time at that point. We're not the only ones that are stating that, in fact, that the Congress will flip in the 2018 midterms. I heard it this weekend by 2 or 3 geopolitical analysts that agree with our assessment, and I think we were one of the first to put that out there. So they'll wait till it's too late. They'll wait till it's too late because they're waiting for these magical arrests to occur. They're waiting to determine what the future is. And in the meantime, they will flip the Congress. They will put forth a very socialist, liberal agenda and potentially sway the influence. And here's the scary thing, B, is that if you think that people like Mitch McConnell or Paul Ryan are out there and they're wanting this to happen, they're out there actually advocating. They want to get rid of the conservative, the Tea Party base. Because they're pushing this agenda. I mean, think about the bills, the legislation that they have passed, this budget, the tax cuts that expire for us in the next, 10 years, whatever many years it is. So they're pushing forth this agenda. And this is only the continuation of that, is because we're sitting there, we're kind of hoping and waiting for the best because a anonymous poster in an 8chan board is telling us to trust the plan.
Yep.
I mean, I totally get that, people are tuned into it and they say, hey, this is bringing about, unity. And well, it's great that you're doing that. You're using it as a motivation to stay engaged, but do it the right way. Use it for the right method.
I think this whole thing is turning out to be, and again, look, I want egg on my CJ and I want.
I do. Yeah. Bring it.
Prove us wrong. I would love to. I would say I'm wrong. Dude, you got to understand, folks. I want these arrests. I want the country to be. I want not just. I want executions. I want to see these people executed for the heinous crimes. Firing squad, hanging squad. Maybe we'll do a group beatdown, whatever the heck it is. Maybe tie him to a whipping post and whip him to death. I don't care. But just do something. Prove to me that the rule of law still works. Just prove to me. Prove to me. That's why I disregard, and I have such consternation towards this rule of law concept, because it's bullshit. If you are of a certain class, and I didn't say race here, folks. Racism is a football issue that they throw at us to divide and conquer us. That's not the issue. It's a class issue. And I'm a capitalist, but when I say class, I mean, look, what we have here is not a real capitalistic society. We have almost an oligarchy. We have almost like a neo-feudalistic setup here. If you're somebody who's politically connected and or networked, you're untouchable. You ain't going to jail. Ain't nothing happening to you. IRS looks the other way. All the governmental agencies look the other way. Nothing happens to you. You just continue to enrich yourself. How else would somebody with a 50 level IQ like a Nancy Pelosi, how is that dumb idiot of a... how is she even worth $250 million? How is most of these low IQ idiots in Congress, how are they all millionaires? What was the last count? Like 90 some odd % of them are all millionaires?
Yeah.
And none of them were millionaires when they went in. They became millionaires during their tenure. How does that happen? We want egg on our face. I want to know that the rule of law still applies and works. Until then, I have a disdain for it. People like, idiot Jeff Sessions. Magoo's like, well, we don't want a constitutional crisis. You MFer. You stupid MFer. We've been in a constitutional crisis since 1913. We've been in constitutional crisis. We've been at war. This country's 240 years old. We've only had maybe 30 years of peace. We've been at war. I'm almost 40. This country's been at war my whole entire life. Everybody's listening to my voice. If you're listening to this program, this nation has been at war your whole entire friggin' life. Your whole life, we've been at war. And then we bitch. And then our politicians have the audacity, and our leaders have the audacity to bitch about trade deficits. They have the audacity to bitch about debts and deficits. I mean, what the hell did we do with the 50, damn near 50 trillion spent? What the hell did we do with it? And that's a rough estimate. I know we spent about 27 trillion on wasted wars. Last 240 some odd years. I'm throwing another 30 in there, another 20 some odd trillion in there, and the money that always goes missing every year, CJ. Like the 2.3 trillion and the 9 trillion here, and that all adds up throughout the years, buddy. That all adds up.
Yeah.
And we have the right to bitch and complain. You understand? It's like I feel like a parent. I think everybody that goes through this, right? We go through a mood swing of being a patriot and then a parent. Some days I feel like a patriot. Yes, this is good. We're doing some good things. And Siege and I will get on here and we talk about all the good things that does happen. We had some good news last week. It was good. Great. Then other days, I'm like a parent of a wayward child. Like, you ever had a kid who just pisses you off? Like, you're older. You're an older parent. You have an older child, probably in high school, probably in college. And this stupid little MFer doesn't listen to a piece of advice you give him, wastes all your money, is out there partying, getting drunk. You know what you wish for that kid? You don't want to kill the bastard, even though you don't want to kill the bastard. You might say to yourself, dude, I really hope this kid gets his ass beat. I hope life teaches this idiot a lesson so he can be better. That's what I feel sometimes towards this country. We're so effing stupid on so many levels. On so many levels. Our foreign policy is the most idiotic, moronic, murderous, stupid, careless, reckless foreign policy ever created in human history. Sometimes as a parent, I sit there, it's like, maybe we need an ass beating. Maybe America needs to get its ass whooped in order for the people to wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm oh. Let me play a little quick comedy clip. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, right? Here we go. See, you can bring up the you can talk about the next article, man. We'll pick up something. I'll find this. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
This goes to the whole entire crux of what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Steve.
Right. Well, I'm going to stay along this topic because I think it's that important while you're finding that. And I get, when you hear a lot of the speculations out there, it says, well, people have to understand, that this takes time, that the government didn't become corrupt, overnight. Folks, we've had several whistleblowers that have came forth to expose time after time again the things that we know are facts. For example, the IRS persecution of Christian conservative groups. That is a known fact. We've known the gun running that occurred in Mexico by Eric Holder and Obama. That is a fact. We know that. The CDC whistleblower, Dr. Thompson, who came forth, shared information with Bill Posey, the senator from Florida, that exposed the fact that the CDC erased information regarding vaccines and autism. Where was the investigation with that? We had a whole movement of over a year, a Vax movie, congressional Senate hearing saying, hey, we're going to do something. We're going to do something. Nothing gets done. It's all masked over. It's covered up. There is no political solution that is going to save us at this point. The best means to fix the system is to end the corrupt system that's there, V. And that's it. It's politically, it's not going to be fixed at all. Did you find your tape, your audio? I think I just lost me. I think he accidentally closed out his Hangout session. Let me double check. There he is. He's back.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. You find it?
Yeah, I found it, man.
Okay. Great.
I think this is the one. This is George Lopez. I don't like George Lopez, but his politics, I can't stand it. But this is a comedy skit that he did. It's perfect. And it goes into, parenting between ethnic parents versus white parents.
Okay, yeah.
Let's be honest here, okay?
All right.
America used to be a country where you got your ass beat. Don't matter if you were white, if you were black, if you were, whatever, Hispanic, you were yellow, whatever your color was, you beat your kids. Okay? And he made it so nowadays you look at most white parents, Billy, go to your room. So this is what it's become. We have a lazy, out of control kids who got lazy, out of control country. It's a good point. This is what I'm talking about on a national level. If you could apply this to a foreign policy, if you could apply this to sociology, you could apply this to, perhaps what we need as a population. I believe this is the clip. Here we go.
Very different people. Listen, they raise us to be tough. That's why our kids are not spoiled. We raise our kids to be tough and not spoiled. Other people raise their kids, they entertain them. Their job is to entertain them. What do you want to do today, Cooper? You want to go to Color Me Mine, Gymboree? Want to scour the internet for things to do? Have you got a Groupon on your iPhone? We don't give a fuck. We're not there to entertain our kids. They come up to you, I don't have anything to do. Oh yeah, find your teeth.
That's how my dad was.
That's how we raise them tough with values. That's how we do it. Old school. We raise them old school, but new school. We teach them right now. Right now. get spoiled. Like all these other little white kids are all entitled. That stupid fucking look on their face. And they're all on medicine. Any other one of these motherfuckers is on medicine. It's the same shit we had. We weren't on medicine. Because a fucking putazo was as good as a pill. I'm fine. Yes, I'm fantastic. I was acting crazy, but somehow now I'm fantastic. Hijo de la chingada, that hurts.
And that's the point. It's like there was one time Michael Savage said, your kid ain't autistic sometimes. Sometimes they need a, what is it? When your kid is acting out of short, you need a slap in the head and say, hey, stop acting like an idiot. It's that's what is needed in our foreign policy. That's what our leaders need. Okay, what I'm trying to say is this, folks. Either two things are going to happen. We're going to give a putazo, like what George Lopez said, which is a smack across the head to our leaders and our politicians. Either we smack them up come the 2018 midterms. Oh, V, don't you know that elections are rigged? Don't you know that elections are rigged, V? Don't you know it doesn't matter? Blah, 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 blah. Well, 2016, elections said otherwise, because I will promise you that we would be in a far, 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 far worse predicament if it was Hillary Rodham Clinton that is sitting in the White House. But anyway, either we smack these idiots up come 2018, politically speaking, or somebody, okay, a technological peer, another superpower is going to smack us up. I don't know about you, but I'd rather smack up some politicians than glow in the dark. I don't know about you. I'd rather smack up some politicians than go into a massive economic turmoil. I don't know about you, but I'd rather smack up some politicians than sitting on my hands waiting for some magical white knights to come and save and fix everything while I just sit there on the internet looking at my screen waiting for the next breadcrumbs or the next chant to drop. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Sage, I think that covers about the gambit of litany of things that we've covered. It's been a great show. We got London Paul coming out in 10 minutes. Anything else, brother?
Nope, that's it. Yeah, stay right here. We'll be right back at 10 a.m. with London Paul.
We got it. With that being said, folks, we're over now. Take it away, El Cuco.
All right, great show, bro. I'll see
yeah.
you right back in a minute.
Yep. I was feeling crazy. Now I just feel fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, buddy. Later.